Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, but don't look now. There might not be a crowd at Disney. Okay, we jest. We suggest it's just not as crowded as it used to be. Shoulder to shoulder, no longer. And now you can actually find some wait times that look a little down. Today we'll tell you whether or not investors should be worried, should be scared about 2026, because the crowds simply aren't there for Disney at Christmas this year. Hello, folks. It's the Grinch that stole Christmas at Disney. No, there are still some people there. Tumbleweeds, this is not. But it's definitely not as hot as in other years, and we're not talking about that Florida temperature. Folks, we're going to get ready to dive in. You click the like button, drop a comment down below, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, folks, we're working hard every day, including today. Merry Christmas. Let's dive in to a Disney that's a little less crowded than it should be. Folks, it's not as crowded as you might expect at Disney this Christmas. Now, I'm not saying it's not crowded. That would be untrue. But we've had reporters at Disney, and they say that although it is crowded, it's not shoulder to shoulder like it once was, and it appears to be true, according to ThrillData.com, that tracks wait times as well as attendance. Take a look at this. Folks, you can see the decline over time, month after month after month. That's what each of these bars represents. Where are we with this December? Well, the average wait time at the Disney parks is 30 minutes in December, slightly off from November. And how does it compare to the prior December from 2024? Well, it was at 33 minutes. But hold on a tick. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not normal. Decembers are supposed to be huge months for Disney. The average wait time was 42 minutes in 2023. In 2022, the average wait time was 46 minutes. In 2021, the average wait time was 41 minutes. Now, Ron, do we think that suddenly Disney has just gotten that much better at managing crowds? No, not at all. That's not what I think is going on. I think that, these crowd levels have been diminished. The after hours Christmas events, supremely popular, huge attendance. Ron, you go to the parks on a regular basis this holiday season. What are you seeing? Why do you think this December is slightly muted? Still crowded. We're not saying nobody's there. That was true back a few months ago. But people are there, but it's not the same as it was even 2 years ago. It's just not, it's not the same right now. What say you, Ron?
My wife noticed it even when we were there. She doesn't normally comment on things like that, but she...
When were you two there?
Last week. We were at the Magic Kingdom. Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday. So not that long ago.
Right.
And she goes, it really doesn't seem as busy as it usually is. Like I was really surprised to hear that from her because she just typically doesn't make those type of comments. But what did we get on? Pirates of the Caribbean had like a 5-minute wait, almost a walk on. I mean, it's like, and I think the same was true for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which we didn't go on because my son refused. He says, I don't want to ride that ride. Which was funny, but like it wasn't as busy, and understanding this is the even busier week as we get to Christmas. Still, I went all the way back in 2006. At that time, I was traveling with my family from Missouri on a Disney World vacation, and I swear to you, it was busier in 2006. Not even Christmas week, the week before Christmas. It was the week that we went, but we enjoyed all the holiday stuff back then. But I mean, line waits were 45 minutes to an hour for like Test Track back then. And that was the first version of Test Track. It doesn't seem as packed. I think there's been an impact from Epic Universe. I feel like there's a lot more people checking out, and even the other Universal parks have been busier, I feel like, this year a little bit. But also, I think there's going to be a much bigger impact going into next year. There's so much right now that Disney has shut down or is being worked on or is behind walls. There are literally construction walls in all 4 of the parks right now. There is navigating your way back to the dinosaur ride for its very last month of existence is difficult. It's like going through an attraction called the maze, right? You walk back there and you have to go through it. There's in Animal Kingdom, there's got to be I don't know, 5, 10 football fields worth of walls that you walk past. Same thing in Magic Kingdom. There's a few walls up in Epcot right now. Around Norway was where I saw those. And then Hollywood Studios has all those walls up around what's going to be, I guess it's the animation courtyard.
By the way, Ron, when we run this B-roll and these lovely ladies wave at the camera, I think this is Marvin that did this B-roll.
Yeah.
When I love that family. Family, if you're out there watching, just know that we love it every time you wave. You're the coolest family ever. Ron,
you know the shot though. Look how few people. I mean, this area used to be shoulder to shoulder at Christmas time. There's lots of space to walk around.
That's right. Ron, so some people say, well, it's still crowded, it's just people going to the after hours, the Mickey's, very Merry Christmas celebration. What do you think about this? Like, do you think that Christmas now is sort of, I don't know, are the crowds down this year truly? I know your wife is recognizing it, or is it just more spread out somehow, some way? Maybe Disney's managing the crowd levels with Lightning Lane differently. What's your take on it?
I honestly think, and I don't know if this is for the better. It feels to me like Disney is trying to push out purposefully middle income families, lower income families, anybody, the families that dream their whole life of going to Disney for what it's supposed to be as a family time. They are very, very seriously catering to Disney fans of a higher income level for sure. And it's weird to me, but I personally know a lot of millionaires that are Disney fans, and it's fine for them. They can go. Maybe this is what they're aiming towards. I don't know how long term that strategy is sustainable, but when you go and you look at the merchandise items and you see a single ornament for a Christmas tree is $40, right? Just like if you wanted to decorate your Christmas tree and put 10 Disney ornaments on it, $400. The people in the parks today, Lightning Lane sold out. $450 per person for the premier Lightning Lane, plus the $200 entry fee is $650 per person per day at the Magic Kingdom right now. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're strategizing. Hey, we can find the Disney fans who have a ton of money, and we'll just cater to them and forget about the rest. And hey, maybe that works temporarily. I don't know if it's a good long-term strategy. I'm not even sure if that's exactly what they're doing, but it sure feels like, and they have a lot more bars everywhere and a lot more drinking going on at Walt Disney World right now.
Now, folks, we're not telling you that Disney is empty this time. We were telling you that back in September, because it was. It's slightly more crowded. The average wait time in September when we told you it was empty, 26 minutes. It's popped up to 30 minutes on average. Are we telling you that it's going to be empty for New Year's Eve? Heck no. No, it's going to be crowded as all get out. It's going to be crazy shoulder to shoulder. That's one of the few days left that still does that. But what we are saying, I think, and I think Ron agrees with me here, the crowds are not as they have been in the past, and we're not sure how that's going to last. But 2026, investors might be a little bit worried about this. Disney as well. And yes, if Disney is going to do a handoff to the CEO position over to Josh D'Amaro, who's the head of parks, I got to say, Ron, Disney World needs a spark right now. And I don't know that Josh D'Amaro is the guy who's had a great time at the parks. Maybe he can do a better job at the head of the entire company. But it's been a rough time over the head of WDW and beyond. We'll see if the crowds come back. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's looking like a little bit of, a little less mistletoe, a little less gifting, a little less fun under that Central Florida sun at Disney World. Folks, it's time to bid you adieu, but we hope that you will help us anew. And that is, we're only asking you click that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, have you gone the way of thatparkplace.com? www.thatparkplace.com. It's the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to, well, you should be. A bastion of truth and knowledge when it comes to entertainment and everything that's going on. Go check it out today, folks. We would love to have you over there as well. All right, we are getting ready to head out, but do not fret, for we will put out 4 more videos tomorrow, so long as the good Lord allows. And we believe that probably, just might, happen. All right, until the next time we get to share time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.